Ask yourself, what happens if your income stops tomorrow? What happens to them? What happens to the obligations you have? That loan you are servicing, the kids you are taking to school, the home you are trying to build. On the board, we have a family breadwinner. Okay. He earns a salary of 150,000 shillings. Now, this is the list of people who depend on his income. The spouse, the children, the parents, and the siblings. To the wife, every month, 40,000 shillings goes to help her. The spouse upkeep, things like funding her medical expenses, which keep recurring every month. She needs to renew her medicine. Maybe she has pressure. Okay, 30,000 shillings for the kids' school fees and upkeep every month. 15,000 shillings for parental support. 25,000 shillings for loan servicing every month. Now, your income doesn't only support you, it supports a network of people and obligations you have, like I've stated. Now, let's cross this 150,000 shillings income. What happens to the 110,000 shillings obligation when the income stops, or if the income stops? Now, what may cause the income to stop? Things like job loss, things like illness, critical condition, when one is admitted to the hospital. Okay? They have a critical condition. Maybe they are no longer working in their workplace because they have been replaced. Okay? The medical condition is not clearly started. They'll need money. The kids still need to go to school. The wife still needs money to go to the hospital and other obligations for the household. The loans needs to be serviced, or else you'll be auctioned. Now, income pays for the obligations, dependents, and all the other things you have going on in your life. What happens if the income isn't there? That is why you need to have an income protection plan, because this will absorb the risk of you being auctioned, maybe selling your properties for a cheap price so that you can pay hospital bills. So, for this case, I need you to ask yourself, who depends on your income? How much do they need every month? And for how long? Maybe your kids are still young. They need to be watched over for a long period of time. How will you protect yourself, your assets, and all the family responsibilities to keep your house in order? Remember that your biggest financial asset is not the income, the money in your bank account. It is the income that you receive. That is what keeps life going on every month. So for more financial literacy tips, you can follow this channel. You can DM me for income protection plan and financial plan. Let me ask you something. If your income stopped tomorrow, either by you being critically ill, permanently disabled, or by death, what happens to everything your income used to pay for? Like your rent, school fee for your children, your house, all other assets. What happens to them? Your income pays the rent, puts food on the table, pays school fees. It pays loans, electricity, transport, medical expenses, and all other responsibilities your family depends on. The difficult part is this. The bills don't stop because your income stopped. And if you are supporting children, a spouse, parents, siblings, or other dependents, they are depending on more than your salary. They are depending on your financial plan. Do you have a plan? This is where wealth protection comes in. You first need to know what your family will need if your income disappeared. If you have never calculated your family's protection gap, let's start there. DM me the word protect to get started.